Welcome to Metro Awakening VR, an immersive experience with everything you need in life. Domestic arguments with a wife that never listens, beers with the boys by the fire, the freedom to play that one piano song you know instead of progressing the story, psychedelic fever dreams that make Invincible seem PG, making new friends and meeting new people, wildlife conservation on a train, realizing you're more afraid of spiders than you thought, trying not to let a video game break you, and of course, shooting and exploding everything in sight you can. So crack out the snacks, sit back, and let's get to it. I make my way through the metro, while Oksana tells me my wife is apparently heading to the train yards, and the fastest way there is to go through an old machine shop ahead. She also says that she is a tarot reader, and Sadar immediately rips her to shreds for this, referring to it as predicting bullshit to poor idiots. Top-level banter, but Oksana doesn't see the funny side to it. I then make my way through the machine shop and take out the slavers who are stationed on the other side and come across a train with cages full of prisoners. I tell them I'm going to get them out of here, but they don't seem to want my help and have clearly started to come down with Stockholm Syndrome, the poor bastards. I then have to work my way through a train that has crashed and is covered in more of the irradiated mushrooms we came across when we were near Eugenia. Given the time anomaly last time, I'm starting to think this is a bad sign, and this is confirmed when I start hearing screaming from the train nearby not long after. I get to the other side of the train, ready to set them free, when it becomes apparent they have all disappeared. Already on edge, I work my way through the area where I get jumped by a mutant rat, which definitely doesn't make me shit my pants. To add to the vibe of this creepy area, I stumble across what I presume is an auto-erotic asphyxiation sex club, with multiple people hanging from the ceiling like Christmas decorations. I then find more religious ritual tributes like the one we found back at the caravan in an earlier episode, which makes me think this may have been connected to the same sick bastards. I finally get to the train with the remaining slave cages and notice that everyone is dead. The prisoners are dead, and the slavers are as well. Either my wife has become more dangerous than I thought, or there is another group lurking in the shadows, and either way, it's not good news for me. I noticed that one of the guards had been poisoned by a blow dart, and not long after, a creepy figure shoots me with a similar dart and runs off into the dark. I then come across the train that I'd heard people screaming in pain from earlier, and they call out asking me to help them get out. I find the nearby control panel for the electrical system and head back to the train to finally set them free. When I open the door, it turns out the people in the train have been dead for a long time. Oksana jokes I should try some of Yana's medication, but Sadar doesn't see the funny side. I then get to a large warehouse with a footbridge that I need to cross to get to where Yana is. I trigger the controls to move the bridge, but a fuse conveniently blows, and I'm forced to fight my way through waves of enemies to fix it. After killing anything that moves in the warehouse, I eventually cross the footbridge and finally find Yana talking to the mentally ill man from earlier. I tell her I'll get her out of there, but she tells me she doesn't want to, and she needs to go with the worm people, who I presume are the nutters running around stringing up bodies. After all of this effort to get to her, the bitch has the audacity to then push me off the moving train, and I black out. Suddenly, I'm back in the same fever dream as last time with Max at the altar, but this time I see myself walking up to the altar to help with the sacrifice. I then start hearing voices around me, screaming for Khan to save them, and the dream fades away. I'm sure these dreams mean something, but so far, they just seem to be crazy hallucinations. This concludes Episode 5 of our Metro Awakening journey. I'm not going to be a beggy content creator and ask you to like and subscribe, but if you don't, it does increase the chances of you being pushed off a moving train. So probably best to at least give it some thought.